That's working. Hey, Chippy people. How will a Mad Mud Duck back to you Saturday, the 16th of March, 2019. I made it through another fucking week, bitches. And remembered to make a video to say I made it through another fucking week, bitches. So I must be on the mend. It's warm enough out to where I decided I could actually boil up some water and get naked and get cleaned up, and I'm clean and clothes changed and feel a human being again, and got money in my pocket and cigarettes in my fingertips and water and food and gas and propane and set and ready to go through the rest of the fucking month. Think I'm gonna make it through this month. I'm gonna fucking try. This time last month, I don't know why, but I was totally fucked. And that's the shortest month of the year. So last night I'm sitting here waiting for my nephew to show up because it was payday and the old uncle needs paid. And motherfucker, where's my money? And I'm sitting here in the truck, and I'd already pulled it up into the spot where I park it when he comes up, so he's got a place to park because he ain't smart enough to figure out how to turn around up here, and I don't blame him. And I'm sitting here and I look in my mirror and I see this dark shadow coming up the driveway, and I'm working on moonlight and reflection. And reflection off the puddles in the driveway, you know, something blocking the light reflection on the puddles, and I know that something's coming up this way because I'm damn near night blind. Hell, I'm damn near day blind. But I'm not blonde. That's red hair. Redheads go white. We don't go gray. So, rambling on off a track that I didn't plan on getting onto, we'll go back to, and I see this fucking shadow coming up the driveway, and about time it's up by Tweaky's trailer, I step out because I think it's Austin coming up this way. Person's dressed all in black. I can't see who the fuck it is. And when I step out of the truck, they skitter off down the driveway into the shadows and stop moving, and I can't see them no more. So I get back in the goddamn truck. I mean, shit. I'm sitting here waiting for the nephew to show up, trying to figure out why my texts to him are being rejected, listening to an old Poison album, because nothing puts me in a good mood like some good rock and roll, and I happen to still like Poison because that was good rock and roll back in the day. Think they'll be doing tour in 2020 with some new material, but that's just what I've heard. And as I'm busy singing along with Every Jenny Rose Has a Thorn and There's a Dig at You Woman, I see this dark shadow coming up the driveway again, and I'm watching it in my mirror because I'm waiting for the nephew to show up, and I'm watching my mirrors looking for his headlights. And it gets up closer, and when it gets up to about where my boats are at, I step out of the truck, and I realize it's fucking Blondie. Good old Tweaky. She's still around. It's been a month. Evidently, her dad's got her on a short leash, which is a good thing. So, when I step off the truck, and what are you doing, Cheryl? It's like a deer in the fucking headlights freeze and fucking gone into the darkness back down the hill. Didn't say a fucking word, and if she did, I couldn't hear her because I had my Poison up loud, because that's the only way to listen to it. And I sat back in the truck and wondered what the fuck is this dumb bitch doing tonight. And then she comes up again, and so I tap the brake lights and light her up, and she runs down the hill like a scared deer again, and get out of the truck and go over and stand under my porch, under my awning up by my porch, and lean up against one of my awning posts. And about 5 minutes later, she comes wandering up again, and when she's about even with where I'm standing, I light up the cigarette I got hanging in my mouth. And the flick of the Vic and the flame, she run off again into the dark, dressed all in fucking black, like I'm not gonna see her in the dark. I know that I'm night blind, but god damn it, I can at least see you, woman. I can sense your presence. So that was last night. Today, nephew calls up, says, "Hey, old man, I'm on my way up after I smoked this half a blunt, and I'll pay you some money." He said it was a long day at work yesterday, and he just didn't feel like coming up. And that fuck, you have no problem with that. So the little fuck shows up, and we're sitting up here comparing vape cartridge thingies, and he gives me this one that's going to end up costing me $10, and it's for putting this fucking shit in. I don't remember what's it. It's that tarry gooey shit that they break up into fucking little pieces and put in a pipe and smoke with the fucking blowtorch shit. I don't remember. I don't smoke that shit, but he says, gram of that's only $12 and it might last me longer. And I'm going, dude, you know how I smoke? I'd be on that shit all fucking day long. So as we're sitting there, he's loaded up his new one that's got one that goes in it that has a mirror and a cat and does this and does that and charges the other one while the other one's in it and this, that, and another thing. And squeak. Yeah, I just had a thought. I know that doesn't happen very often. And I know that I do have to move the phone, and when I start and move the truck like that, or it'll fall down. Here's the thought, okay? When I went down, oh yeah, I was telling you about Weird Frank. Goddamn window shut. Metal detector's in the way. Alright, so, while we're sitting there talking, Weird Frank pops up and tells me that everybody's gone and he's going to be leaving. And I'm going to be the only one here, and I need to keep an eye on shit. And it's like, yeah, motherfucker, what do you think I've been doing for the past 11 years? I've been keeping an eye on everything up here long before your fucking goat-smelling ass showed up. I don't like the guy. And he takes off, and my nephew says, that was odd. And I say, I don't like the guy. And he says, yeah, well, he gives me a creepy feeling too. And I said, yeah, we call him Weird Frank, and it's just somebody ain't right. He worries me because last summer when I was working underneath the car, he kept fucking wandering around talking about how he should have killed me. And I don't like that. So after Weird Frank leaves and me and John are sitting there talking, John says, you know what? He come up here to see who I am. That's what he was up here for. I said, yeah, probably. He thinks he's running shit up here. So John leaves, I start baby up and go out and get me my water and my gas and my tobacco and shit that I need to get. And I noticed that Austin's got his old fucking camping trailer that dipshit tried to move into, Weird Frank tried to move into, sat next to his place. So he's probably tired of his fucking daughter. Or the little trailer that Weird Frank's in is just Weird Franked out. I mean, the motherfucker might be tearing out the walls as far as I know. And his stump grinding shit setting down on the flats down there in the first left in, the last right out, up into that property there that I used to live on. That piece of the property that I lived on back in 2008 in my camper. And his dump grinding equipment trailer and the two big red gas cans that he always has full of gas are sitting there. And that's a tempting target for some motherfucker. So I'm sitting here in my pick-em-up truck, and the reason I move forward is so I can see the end of the I can see the driveway and the end of the driveway. And keeping an eye on shit, because that sounds like some sort of setup thing. Keep an eye on everything. Everybody's gone. Yeah. I don't know. I don't trust Frank. So I'm sitting here looking down the end of the driveway. Seems I got poison talk dirty to me going on in the back of my head. Good, it finally replaced that goddamn Frampton Comes Alive album that's been going on for the past 40 years. Oh, fuck. Alright, that's enough of this shit.